Good morning, friends. Welcome to the Hobby Homestead. It's bright and early here. It's 5 a.m. Central Time. So we're getting up early and getting our day started today because we have a lot of cooking to do. So we have some good friends that lost their mother and mother-in-law over this last week. And so we are going to surprise them with some freezer meals. Some of the meals that we're going to make is breakfast burritos, zucchini pancakes, waffles, shepherd's pie, tacos, and some other good items. So follow along this morning as we make these items for them. Alrighty, friends. So I got the bacon done this morning for the breakfast burritos. And what I'm going to work on now is washing some potatoes up. And then we're going to go ahead and get those diced up and in the oven. I'm going to put it on my sheet that I had my bacon on because that'll just give it better flavor. And I'm going a little bit off course because I usually don't use sugar and stuff in my house, but they gave me a list of stuff that they would like put in their freezer that they eat. And so to respect what they would like, I'm going to go ahead and make stuff that they like for their house. And then I will do some alternating and making some of the same stuff, but for our house without the sugar. So for their recipes, the next one that is also going to call for potatoes is shepherd's pie. So they wanted that as well. So we're going to go ahead and get these potatoes diced up for breakfast burritos. And I'm dicing up 6 potatoes. I basically just want to make sure that they're all bite size. That way the burritos will be proportionate. So if you guys have been following along, you know we're in the process of a remodel. So we finally are getting our kitchen completely done. Sorry. We're finally getting our kitchen completely done. We got the white cabinets going on here. We took the turquoise off. We was going to do a distressed look, but then I started painting them. I was like, ooh, I really like the white. So the white is where I stuck with. I'm really excited. They're working on getting countertops done. And my husband is doing the countertops all himself from wood. So he's got to plane the wood and all that. So he's been really busy, and he only has time to do it on the weekends. He's gone all week working. So to these breakfast burritos, I'm going to add bacon, egg, cheese, potatoes, and then we'll get them wrapped up in a nice tortilla shell. Ready? Potatoes are diced. So we're gonna go ahead and put some pink Himalayan salt on here for them. Put some rosemary. Pepper. And I'm gonna go ahead and give these potatoes a mix on this because this had our bacon on. So I wanna incorporate the oil or the grease from the bacon onto the potatoes. That way we can get that nice flavor. And then we're going to put this in a 420-degree oven we're going to go ahead and take out our potatoes and give them a stir. It smells really good. And we're going to go ahead and put these back in the oven. So I want to get a nice golden brown color on them. Okay, so as we get started on our next recipe, it's going to be zucchini pancakes. So we're waiting on the potatoes for the breakfast burritos to get done. We have the dough rising for the cinnamon rolls. And now we're getting our zucchini pancakes started. So in my 2 cups of flour, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And you can substitute. This is not being made for my house. It's being made for a friend's house. They lost a loved one, so I'm getting some cooking done for them for when they get home. They don't have to worry about it. So for me, I would probably substitute either pineapple or honey. But for them, it's going to be 1/3 cup of brown sugar into my 2 cups of flour. Then we're going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then it's going to be 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Or since we kind of overboard, we're going to call that 2. And then to that, we're going to add 2 cups of zucchini. My zucchini's from my garden last year. I'm going to go ahead and get it strained. Okay, so my zucchini. I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors and I'm going to go ahead and cut the zucchini a little bit smaller. To the bowl, I'm going to add 2 farm fresh eggs. I'm going to go ahead and give that a nice stir. Go ahead and get my pan heating. I was going to use the Blackstone to make them, but it's storming out this morning. So we had kind of had to change courses on how I was doing my cooking. I'm going to go ahead and get my milk out. Excuse me. Watch out, Dookie. And I just kind of eyeball it. So I'm going to start out probably with a 1/2 cup. And my zucchini is going to give it some moisture too. So I don't want to put too much in. I'm going to give it a little bit more. Probably gave it another 1/4 cup. What it's looking like. It smells really good. It almost smells like zucchini bread. Now that I got my pan nice and hot, I'm going to take my cookie scoop. I'm going to go ahead and put pancake batter in here. And in this pan, I can only fit 2. Like I said, I was hoping to use my Blackstone, but since it decided it was going to storm, because that's what it's doing every week, it just likes to rain and flood everywhere every week. I'm going to go ahead and do it on my stove, so it's just going to take a little bit longer. So this is what they're looking like. So what I'm going to wait for is the top. As you can see right now, it's nice and shiny. So I'm going to wait for it to start bubbling and that top to turn dull in color. And that way I know that it's basically almost cooked all the way through. So that way when I flip it over, it doesn't have to cook as long and it cooks a little bit faster. So as I'm waiting on the pancakes to get ready to flip, I'm just going to look at my list. So I can go ahead and put a check next to the zucchini pancakes. I can go ahead and put a check next to breakfast burritos. I'm not going to cross them off only because I'm still waiting on the stuff to make them all the way. And we can go ahead and put a check next to cinnamon rolls. We're just getting it done. I like to be doing multiple things that have multiple things working for me. Those potatoes smell really, really good. I'll go ahead and check the bottom. And so since it has cinnamon in it, it's going to be a darker color of a pancake. It's not going to be your really light colored pancake only because it has cinnamon in it. So if you can see, it went from shiny to dull. I'm going to go ahead and give these a flip. Those just look really good. I'm excited to get all these made for them. Alrighty, so I got the second batch of pancakes on. I'm going to go ahead and try this. I don't do sugar, but I'm going to go ahead and try it just to see what they taste like. It tastes like zucchini bread. Honestly, that is really good. And I will link the description down in the box for you. But I'm going to make some for my house, but I'm going to use honey and pineapple in mine instead. Alrighty, so we're getting the last pancake done. So my recipe made 14 pancakes, which is plenty for them. After we get this pancake done, we're going to go ahead and start our eggs. That way our eggs can cool and we can get our breakfast burritos wrapped. Yeah, they look really good. And I love how you can see the zucchini. I leave my skins on. Like I will stripe my zucchini so it's not full of skin. But I love it. I think they look beautiful. Yeah, I'm excited for them to try them and enjoy them themselves. So I'm just going to use the same pan since my eggs are done. Or my eggs, I'm sorry, since my zucchini pancakes are done. They have to cool before I can package them. Get this butter melted. And I won't assemble these right away because I do want everything to cool down. That way it's cool when I put it in the shell. And since they're getting frozen in their freezer, I don't want to put hot stuff in the freezer for them. So we'll be taking all this over there later on today. Leave it. I'm going to go ahead and start with 7 eggs. Then after I get these 7 eggs done, I'll get 8 more eggs done and we'll get them put in a bowl so they can cool. So to the eggs, I'm just going to add salt and pepper because the potatoes are well seasoned and then you have the bacon that has a really good smoky flavor to it. I'm just going to go ahead and salt and pepper this. So after this, I think I'm going to go ahead and start the meat for the tacos. I won't assemble the tacos. I'll just make the meat and put the meat in a freezer safe container for them. That way they can get some fresh taco shells, or I can make them some fresh taco shells homemade if they'd like. Whenever they go to have those tacos, I just think tacos are better with fresh shells that day. Now we're just getting our second batch of eggs done. So this should be enough eggs to assemble the breakfast burritos for them. So I can go ahead and cross off the zucchini pancakes. And then I'm not going to cross off anything else yet because we still have to finish putting everything else together. So it's been a really eventful week. It's the weekend, this last weekend. We got all the cabinets in the house. So those ones over there are still turquoise. They have to be sanded down and painted yet. And they're going to go white as well. But we finally got all the upper cabinets up and painted. We got all the lower cabinets painted white. And I am really excited because now we're looking at getting our countertops done. And my husband's making the countertops from scratch. So he's thinking about doing them oak. So I'm really excited about getting my kitchen completed. It's been a long process. We started on this over a year ago when we knocked down the wall because having a wall divide the kitchen and the living room, it just felt too claustrophobic for me. And then we put beautiful pallet wood floors down that we have to sand down after we get everything done. And we're going to seal them up. So yeah, those videos will probably be coming out within a couple weeks or so. So stay tuned for those because it's been really exciting and eventful. So we're almost done with our second batch of eggs here. So we can get them set off to cool. And I've had some people who don't understand me ask me, why are you doing this? They're just your friends. They're not only just friends, but they are a family. They've been there for us for 15 years almost. They've been through a lot with us. And I feel as the good Lord guided me and said to me, if this was you, wouldn't you want somebody to help you? Well, they have to come back home and they have to get ready for work. And they shouldn't have to worry about what they need to cook for work, what they need to get prepped for breakfasts. And so I felt like I should help get that made for them. I felt in my heart that it was a good thing to do. So if you ever are wondering, hey, should I help somebody? Like I teach my kids, ask yourself, what would the Lord do? And He would tell you yes. Because when you help somebody, it will come back to help you 10 times fold later on down the line or in life. Alrighty, so I got my dishes washed up. I hand wash everything. I don't have a dishwasher. I did, but when we remodeled, I took it out. I said I don't want a dishwasher. I like to wash my stuff by hands, and that's how my foster mom Diana raised me too, was to wash everything by hand. So we didn't have a dishwasher with her either. But she was a good lady. Lived with her most of my life. She passed away in 2009. I miss her more than anything in the world. Some of you may know that watch my channel that know who I am. I grew up in the foster care system. I was bounced from foster home to foster home, from family member to family member, from the time I was 5. Finally got to Diana, who Diana is actually related to me. She was my aunt and had a foster license. I lived with Diana till I was 18 years old. When I turned 19, she passed away. She had some health issues. but she was always there for me, never let me down. I wish she was still here today so she could meet her grandkids, so she could meet my lovely husband of 17 years. But yeah, she was a good, godly woman, and she raised a lot of kids, and she raised everybody right. She was strict, but it was a good strict. You know, she taught me how to cook. That's why I got my cooking. My Aunt Kathy taught me how to cook. So yeah, without them, I don't know where I'd be today. But I tell you what, they made me a better person, and they never gave up on me. And if you went through the foster system and you'd like to reach out and on my channel one day while we're baking and you would like to talk about it, we can talk about it. I'm open to talk about it. People who go through the foster care system shouldn't feel like they're all by themselves, because we're not. Just because our real family gave up on us don't mean that our adoptive family has. Yeah, if you'd like to talk about it, we can talk about it. But next, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to get my cast iron heated up, get it greased up, and we're going to go ahead and start our taco meat. All right, so what I have here is 2 pounds of fresh ground beef. Into this, I'm not doing store-bought seasoning. I am going to put my own seasoning on this for taco meat. I just think my own seasoning gives it a better flavor and it doesn't have all that sodium in it. This taco seasoning has a lot of salt in it. So we're going to go ahead and get this get this broken up and get it browned, get it ready to go. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and get my ground beef broken up here. And I'm only going to make 2 pounds. 2 pounds should be good for one meal for them, because they're going to have a lot of other goodies in the freezer too. So as this ground beef browns, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get ready. So as this ground beef browns, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dice up 2 yellow onions. And after my ground beef browns, I'm going to put the yellow onions into my meat mixture. That way they don't have to worry about cutting up any kind of a fresh onion that's already in their food. So we're going to go ahead and get these onions diced right up. So I like to add my seasoning into my meat as I cook. So I'm going to put ground cumin, and I'm probably just adding about 2 tablespoons of ground cumin. I'm going to put some crushed ground black pepper melody in. And I just kind of measure that with my hand. So probably about 1/4 of a teaspoon. And then I'm going to put a pinch of my smoked sea salt in. And we'll go ahead and give this a nice stir to incorporate all the ingredients. We're going to go ahead and let this brown. And towards the end of the browning process, then I will add the onions. When I make mine fresh, I do add fresh cilantro to mine. I love the flavor of cilantro. I think it's got a good flavor. I will also add lemon juice from a fresh squeezed lemon. And if I have lime, I'll add some lime juice in mine from a fresh lime. So I'm going to go ahead and let this get browned. And then when it browns, we'll go ahead and get our onions added into it. Alrighty here, friends. So while that is browning, I'm going to go ahead and put 4 of these pancakes per container. These are the containers that she asked me to use. They're like a cardboard and they do have a lid. And she wanted me to make the sizes that you would have for a meal. So I'm going to put 4 zucchini pancakes per container. Oh, maybe I'll do 3 in this one and 3 in the other one. If they want more, they can just go into another container. Then I'll go ahead and put the lids on these. Set these over here. So go ahead and put the lids on these, and then I'll put these in the freezer after I write on top what they are. So now as I'm writing zucchini pancakes in today's date, which is the 16th of July, I can go ahead and cross those off my list. Okay. So we'll go ahead and cross zucchini pancakes off. Okay, since our taco meat is almost completely brown, I'm going to go ahead and add in the onions. And if you was making this fresh at home, you could add in your tomatoes, your cilantro, if you wanted it cooked in, or you could just leave it on the side and put it on top freshly. Go ahead and add this and get this all incorporated. I'm going to go ahead and let this cook until I don't see any more pink in my meat. So after this is completely done, we will go ahead and we will assemble our breakfast burritos. And then we will go ahead and we will check our cinnamon roll dough to see if we can start the second process on that. This taco meat smells really divine. Some people do add cinnamon to their taco meat. I don't. I don't like cinnamon in my taco meat at all. So now that the taco meat's done, I'm going to go ahead and put it in this foil container. That way all they have to do is take it from the Burner. I'm gonna go ahead and let that cool down before I go ahead and put the lid on. I'm just gonna leave it sit right there. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and assemble these breakfast burritos. I'm gonna put some egg on them. I'm gonna add potato. Then I'm gonna add some bacon. And then some cheese. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fold this and give myself a much room here. So after I get them wrapped up, well then, here we go. Go ahead and set them on my pan over here. No, not for you. I'm just gonna keep repeating the process. Until I have used up all my ingredients. Breakfast burritos are a hit in my house when I make them. All these are going over to our friend's house. I'll be doing a freezer day for our house in the next couple weeks or so. I just wanted to get their food done first. Alrighty, so out of all that, we got 13 breakfast burritos. So I'm gonna go ahead and package these breakfast burritos back into the tortilla container, and then I'm gonna put them in a metal container. Let me show you the reusable ones. That way, it just gives it extra protection from the freezer elements, and that way the container they don't get smushed or broken while they're in the freezer. Alrighty, so on top of this lid, I'm gonna write bacon, potato, egg, cheese, breakfast burritos. I'm gonna put today's date, which is the 16th of July. And then on this one, I'm gonna put taco meat, and then today's date. So that is 3 recipes done. I'm going to reset my kitchen. Don't mind the doors behind me. I gotta repaint those yet. So I'm going to reset my kitchen, get everything washed up, organized, and we're going to go ahead and work on the next set of recipes that we have for today. So we're going to end our video. We'll have a 2-part series because this is a long meal prep. So we'll have 2 parts to that, so just stay tuned. But we're going to end it with Colossians 3, verses 13 through 15. It says, bearing with one another and forgive one another. If anyone has a complaint against another, even as Christ forgave you, so you also must do. But above all these things, put the love which is the bond of perfection, and let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to which also you were called in one body, and be thankful. So, always forgive somebody. Don't hold grudges, even no matter how bad they treat you, how much disrespect they give you. Forgive and forget. You can wash your hands. You can let them go. You don't have to talk to them, because God forbid, I've been through all this with family and I've had to wash my hands as well. So may y'all have a blessed day. Keep this in mind. Get your Bible studies in daily. And may y'all have a peaceful rest of your weekend. Bye, guys.